Don't forget to add me on social.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tanya, for those of you who are new here, and welcome. And welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me for another upload. Before we get into today's case coverage, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so by clicking that subscribe button below, the like button there with the little thumbs up. And if you want to leave a comment and be extra generous, that would be great too. And if you're feeling really awesome today and you're like in a giving mood, you could always hit that bell icon to be alerted to all my new content. I do post daily, pretty much right now, and if not, it's at least weekly. I've also started a Cash App and a PayPal under the name TitaniumBuilt, so if you would like to donate to the channel to help me grow, you can do so at either of those locations. I really, truly appreciate every single donation. Also, before I get into today's case coverage, if I look tired today, it's because I am. I've been up since 2:30 last night. It is the 28th today, and I'll be having this on tomorrow, the 29th, and I've been up since 2:30, and I got 2 shots today, one on each arm. Vaccines. So I'm a little tired. Just wanted to let you guys know. Today's case coverage, we're going to be talking about the Kiely Rodni case, and we're going to be talking about SF Investigates. He went on with a live panel with ZavGirl, which is phenomenal on the platform. She's a creator on the platform. She's true crime. And he went on there with ZavGirl and Ryan Upchurch, it was on ZavGirl's page. I am bringing you the shortest version of the live. That way, if you guys don't want to watch the whole hour, because it is kind of long, you don't have to, and you can get the short version here. But I do recommend going over to ZavGirl's page to watch her live, because there are some key points in there that you might want to check out as well. So without further ado, let me tell you how SF Investigates. If you've been following this case at all, you know that SF Investigates has kind of put himself in the middle of the case since day one. He is in cahoots with the family. They're like chummy, buddy. He is not the private investigator, though, for the Kiely Rodni case. Let's just get that clear. So to start off with, he said that he doesn't believe the tow truck or AAA account driver Nick's accounting of what he saw that night. He says that he thinks it's inaccurate what he said that he saw, leaving open to believe and interpretation that it could have still been somebody that looked or was Kiely. So we really didn't get past anything new with Nick, the tow truck guy. And that's where we all kind of want some answers, I feel like, because he's kind of like the outside source, but we didn't get any from this interview. So when it comes to the tow truck driver Nick's story, or AAA driver, whichever you want to kind of call him, van guy, he has a few names, I think, at this point. He doesn't believe his story. SF Investigates doesn't believe Nick's story. He said he thought his story was inaccurate as into what he saw that night, leaving it up to interpretation and for us to believe that it could have been someone who looks like Kiely, or it could have been Kiely. So we're still kind of where we were when we left off with that. We didn't get any real answers from SF Investigates on that one. He also didn't know that he was mic'd up at the time of the recovery of Kiely's car. I guess he was there when they got her car out, and he was actually blurred in the background. They blurred his face. I'm not sure why they said that they blurred his face. I remember them discussing it, but it really wasn't relevant to the case. He did say that Doug from AWP showed Nick, the AAA driver, a picture of Jagger, and the tow truck guy did confirm it. But he said that nothing had been proven. SF thinks that it wasn't an intentional homicide. He thinks it wasn't meant to happen, and it was an accident. In that sense, maybe the car, this is what he said, maybe that her car had been ran off the road or sideswiped. I was almost going with his story when he started like coming up with this conclusion, saying that he doesn't think it was an intentional act. He thinks it was maybe an accident, wasn't meant to happen. Someone maybe got scared. That's what I was thinking he was going with this. And then he drops it off and he says, maybe her car got sideswiped or rear-ended and it threw her into the lake. How the hell does that happen at a reservoir? There's a beach. you can see like the sand and stuff, like and everything before you hit the water. So that doesn't even make any sense, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Drop it in the comments if it makes sense to you, and if it does, talk it out for me because it's not making sense in my head. How do you sideswipe a car that to where it's going to go that far out into a reservoir? ZavGirl then asked about the laptop and about, you know, how it was found and things like what was his thoughts on the way that it was found and collected and blah, blah, blah. SF said that he called, you know, the guy that found it, 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒑. I guess 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒑 called, and SF said that pretty much the grandfather just went and got it. So that does confirm that it was her laptop once and for all. I know that we were pretty much confirmed on that, but I mean, I guess it kind of confirms it for us. It was indeed her laptop that 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒑, I guess, he did find it. The FBI told SF that the investigation was over, that their investigation into this, their part was over, and boots were off the ground. They're back in their headquarters. They're drinking coffee and they're working on a new case. And I'm kind of going just like point by point with him because it was too hard to make this into like a more of a story form. It's you got to kind of watch it. I had to put it up like 1.5 times the speed, and then I had to slow it down. I still just wasn't catching some of it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. They keep talking about the tow truck driver now driving a tow truck or a AAA car. I know from experience that like tow truck or AAA drivers can drive their own vehicle if they're just going to service for a battery. And I'm not sure if other people knew about that, but my boyfriend is bad on batteries apparently, and we've had to have our battery charged in 2 different cars multiple times because they would just go bad. And so I became very familiar, I guess, with that how it's I don't know how tow truck people operate, and they normally come in their own vehicle. They normally come and they just bring their jumper box with them, and they're like extra cables. You know, they just come in and hook your car up. They jump it real quick. It's not like where they have to hook it on their car. They hook it up to your car. It's a portable, you know, jumper. So I'm thinking that it doesn't really matter if he was driving, you know, a tow truck or a van or whatever. He could still be a AAA driver. He could just be driving his own car, his own vehicle there. I've seen it happen multiple times. You guys will find this part kind of funny though. When he comes on SF, he's like trying to speak and like, you know, sound like he knows what he's talking about for a minute. And he does say, you know, about the tow truck driver and what he saw and all of that. Everybody's face on panel was just like in disbelief. Like, is he really for real? I mean, it was genius. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to see. So make sure you do go check out that live because it is worth it. So then they asked Ryan Upchurch, of course, he had to chime in as he was eating his pasta or something. He said, how about Zanna Mae? Like, what do you know about her? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you think she has to do with all of this? And SF acted like he didn't even know who Zanna Mae was. Come on. Come on. You know who she is. I just thought that was pretty funny because we all know. So it was so funny because Ryan ended up saying, like, he was like, so you don't know her and you're working this investigation? This is your investigation? Like the way he said it, it was pretty funny. Just wanted to throw that in there. He also made it a point to say that he had drones that were flying up ahead. Zanna Mae actually asked him about it, so he really didn't bring it up, but she asked him. And she said, do you know why these people are speculating that maybe your drones caught Kylie's car before the actual police found it? And he also said that he believes that it could have been on there and that the police didn't do anything about it. So that's twice now we've heard this. Actually, maybe more than twice. This might be 3 or 4 times we've heard of police misconduct. They're just not doing their job right. They're just dropping the ball all over the place. They see it from a drone. You can see it standing in the water, I feel like. I'm blind in one eye and I can see it. Like, that's how bad it is. He also said he does believe that the car went in backwards. He said he's about 80% sure. So if that's the case, wouldn't that rule out an accident? If the car went in, like, was going in backwards? Unless somebody hit her, she spun and she slammed on the gas pedal and went backwards, reversed. Kicked it into drive, into neutral, into reverse, and then went into reverse. Doesn't sound very likely, does it? I don't think that does. He was also saying that she could have been maybe like going up or down the embankment or like the hill, and she went in backwards that way. What? He feels it was an accident, but yet says the car went in backwards. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get that. I don't see how that can even happen. And I've been in a lot of car accidents. I've been in like 23, so I'm pretty good at this. Personally, this is my personal opinion on this guy. I don't believe a thing he says, but I wanted to bring it to you guys, and I wanted to bring you up to speed because you guys are my peeps. Do you believe what SF Investigate says? Do you think he's full of it? Why is he so enamored with this family? Like, as soon he said that he met the family because he was at where they were having their, like, the tents for missing people, and he just wanted to go there and help. I don't know. That's just weird. This is a huge case, and he knew that they would have so many people that were willing to help. They didn't need him, but instead he wanted to immerse himself, and that's what he did. I want to hear from you. I really, really do. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button, to grow my channel. Hit the like button and the bell icon to be alerted, of all my new videos, because I do post a ton, and I've been posting like every day, multiple times a day. So even if you check at like 2, I might be having something on there at 2:01. But I am trying to get to my first milestone, which is 500 subscribers. You got to start small. You got to start somewhere. So if you could help your girl out, hit the subscribe button. I'll love you forever. Much love to you guys, and I do really mean that. And be kind to one another. Try not to get too involved in these cases. I mean, it's hard not to, but go hug your kids. Go hug your mom. I love you guys. Much love, and I'll see you in my next video.
Don't forget to add me on social.